At the center of all giant galaxies lies a supermassive black hole, much more massive than the black hole in Omega Centauri. When gas falls into these black holes, it heats up and emits intense radiation. Quasars, some of the brightest objects in the cosmos, are galactic nuclei powered by these processes and have been studied by our scientists in the past.
Our path is leading the Serapis close to the black hole at the centre of the cluster. We have to be careful not to cross the event horizon. This is the closest we can get to the black hole without being trapped by its gravity. If we cross this invisible boundary, we will be swallowed with no chance of escape.
We are slowly approaching an object detected by our long-range probes 5 days ago. It is possibly a spaceship, but we don't have enough details yet. It may be related to the source of the Centauri anomaly and to the activity experienced on the planet. If this is the case, we wonder what is waiting for us. Event horizon radius?
130,000 kilometres.
Serapis distance from the singularity?
500 million kilometres. The relativistic effects are still negligible.
If you get too close to the event horizon, the flow of time will be subject to weird effects due to the high gravity. Imagine one astronaut boarding one of our space pods and starting to travel towards the horizon. On the one hand, the clocks on board of the pod will start to tick at a different pace compared to the clocks on the Serapis. From our point of view, the space pod will be slowing down while approaching the event horizon, even though the pilot is flying at a constant speed.
Also, the gravity of the black hole is so great that it actually deflects the background starlight. Light paths near the event horizon are so curved that light can reach the pod from anywhere in the sky, even from behind the black hole itself.
The reason is that space is a bit like a rubber surface, and more compact and denser objects with a higher gravity cause a stronger deformation. Light and matter follow the curvature of space during their motions, and this causes the weird effects we have just described.
If we maintain this position in space, and the pod continues towards the black hole, then we will never be able to see it cross the event horizon. Although the pod appears to be slowing down when approaching the black hole, at the same time, the light coming from the pod loses more and more energy because it is fighting against the strong curvature of space, and eventually the pod becomes invisible. Object identified. It's a spaceship, the Maxwell space station.
One of our spaceships? How did it end up here?
Yes, the first ship authorised to travel through the wormhole. The station was orbiting at the edge of the solar system, studying the Oort cloud, the source of comets like the Halley's Comet. It was supposed to take data about the space-time structure within the wormhole, and then take it back to the solar system. The crew was officially declared missing back when the Serapis was being built.
Hi guys, Mike is considering a reconnaissance trip to the space station. No contact has been established yet, but we have no choice but to board. Be ready to come if we get a green light.
Are the life support systems still working?
They're on standby. There's gravity, and the identification signal is still on, but we can't access the computer memory, and we can't link up with the onboard cameras.
No signs of life, I suppose?
No, the long-range scanners are still on. If there's somebody alive over there, they should have detected us.
And with the communication systems damaged, they could have sent somebody on the pod.
Unless they're incapacitated.
A drone is approaching the station. The images we're getting show the pod bay door open, but we can't find any pod inside.
An evacuation, maybe.
But where? The closest place to go is the black hole.
When do you think Mike will make a decision about boarding the station?
We're waiting for more data from the drone and a final report from the station diagnostics we can access. Maybe there is somebody there. Maybe there is a biological hazard. I'll keep you updated.
Guys, how you doing?
All pretty smooth. I get some activity on the radio, but I'm not sure what's going on.
Mike is organising a search party to send after us, to try and find clues about what happened to the crew. They're all pretty sure there's nobody inside.
How do we board the station?
We have managed to log into the lower level systems. I'm waiting for the codes to control from here the pod bay doors. Life support systems have been reactivated throughout the station, and the quality of the environment is being analyzed. They may even give us the go-ahead to board without spacesuits.
I'm having a look at what we know of their computer systems. I should be able to restart the high-level functions and retrieve records, unless the memory banks are damaged.
We'll go straight to the control rooms, okay? It's not up to us to explore the whole station. Our task is just to restore and retrieve any information stored on those computers.
It looks all clear so far.
Let's wait until the camera reaches the control rooms. No need for spacesuits. I got confirmation that the environment is okay. All clear, let's go.
Here's the terminal we need. I should be able to access the memory banks from here.
120 people on board. What could have forced them to leave? And how would they reach the core of Omega Centauri?
Maybe there are many more wormholes than we think. Maybe they follow a different path through them and they ended up here.
What, just by chance?
Or something led them here, same as what happened to us.
I can only find 2 holographic records. Playing them now.
Our interrogation of the Azra android has revealed very little. Other than vague warnings of an impending catastrophe, it has given us nothing. We've still no idea as to its origins, but one of the artefacts we found with it does contain some interesting information regarding the black hole that we're currently investigating, and seems to imply that the android was created on a world that is now in a stable orbit within the event horizon. Commander Walker has his doubts and maintains that it must be part of an AI project from back home. Personally, I'm more concerned with any information we can get from it on the origin of the Santorio anomaly and the wormholes. I'm certain they're related to this android somehow. I've got some ideas I'd like to try out, but we're still waiting for the unusual electromagnetic activity around the black hole to subside.
Someone's tampered with the records. There's only one more short one.
Our destiny is sealed. We're all agreed on the course of action. The pods are ready, the crew's prepared. This is the last recording from the Maxwell space station. The infernal storm, eternal in its rage, sweeps and drives the spirits in its blast. It whirls them, lashing them with punishment. When they're swept back past their place of judgment, then come the shrieks, laments, and anguished cries.
We haven't found any sign of the android on the Maxwell. The search party is still at work. Maybe they'll get some clues about the last days of the crew. Our conclusion is that they've departed, heading towards the singularity, to follow the creators of Astra. No explanations about the catastrophe announced. We have only a short section of the final message recorded by Commander Walker. These records found in the memory banks of the Maxwell were filed a long time ago, when the Serapis was still under construction. It may be that the Maxwell is flying empty for a long time. Have the records been deleted by the crew? Did something board the station after it was evacuated and try to erase the memory of what happened there? Mike is deciding about the next course of action. There is maybe something, some information still contained in some secondary system of the station. In that case, our mission is going to continue until we discover what has forced such an advanced race to literally disappear from our universe, dragging with them the crew of the Maxwell, and possibly several more alien ships that have followed the trail of Santorio's anomaly. This is the last entry in the public record of the mission. The full record will be copied to the memory banks on board one of the few pods equipped for one more crossing. This pod will be programmed to follow the path back to Earth. End of record.